It's alright now. It's alright now, mama. Don't you worry, mama. I see you leaving town now, baby. Leaving out of town for the show.
Well, Jacob had a huge heart. Anybody that knows him knows that. His friends, his family, he loved very, very deeply. His big heart was broken after his mother had passed away. She passed way too young. I think he carried that with him every single day. I taught him the basics with guitar when he was younger, all the basic chords that I had learned, that I picked up over time, and he took that to a whole nother level. He was able to take what I had given him, and he was teaching me. Playing my guitar these days with playing the songs that he taught me. Bring up emotions, you know. Jacob had left another rehab early. He ended up being homeless for a couple nights. He didn't have any options. He didn't have any hope. So after talking about potential rehab, he said he wasn't going to do that. I said, what about getting into a sober living house? And what if we can find one that's local? And he said, that sounds good. I Googled sober living places. Evolve came up. I called there immediately. I spoke with one of the original staff members. Her name was Jessie, and she told me on the phone to bring him right over. I instantly was very hopeful and very grateful. We got over there, and he was willing to stay. And of course, I looked at her and I was like, "What about all the papers?" She said, "Don't worry about that. We'll get all that stuff straightened out. What's number one right now is Jacob." And that's exactly how he was treated over there at Evolve. He was number one. Suddenly, hope comes into the picture. You know, it took a little while, but it did end up happening. It was like hope came into focus. He didn't have any hope prior to that. Just to see that him brighten up in that manner, he had hope. And now there's, eventually he started making future plans and looking forward to doing things. He'd go with this crew traveling, he'd go with this crew working out, he'd go with this crew to meetings. It was just a big family over there. Like I said, he loved being in a family. Yeah, I think that was a huge factor, him sticking to it. So he had a lot of support over there. He met that 1 year goal and felt that he had it in the bag. He ended up leaving Evolve to go live with his girlfriend. He eventually started drinking. The active use and just started to come back into the picture for him. And I know that everybody did what they could to kind of pull him back into the program. But once he started justifying drinking and stuff, we just knew it was a matter of time till he got back into his drug of choice, which was heroin. So what ultimately ended up happening is he ended up ODing. Got to talk to him, and he had OD'd a lot, and I had told him that one day he wouldn't wake up from it. How did I cope? The world stopped. As I said earlier, my world stopped, and even though the real world kept moving, as much as my brain knew that this was a possibility, of course I didn't want it to be my reality. Your kids are your purpose. You look forward to watching them grow and, of course, become happy and healthy, and that's all you can hope for, and assist them and love them every way you can to get them there. One of the things I used to tell Jacob when he was alive was that, "Jacob, what do you think I would do if somebody tried to fight you or tried to hurt you or tried to kill you, what do you think I would do? You'd probably beat him up, Dad, or you'd probably kill him. I said, you're darn right I would. I don't want anybody to ever hurt you. But this is really a messed up situation because the person that's hurting you is yourself. And there's nothing I can do about it. There's no one there that I can... There's no one there to put, get away from you. They say you just learn to live with it. You don't get over it. And that's pretty much what I've had to do. You lose your purpose. My life hasn't been the same since, of course.
What do you miss most about Jacob?
When Jacob was doing good, Jacob called me all the time. He had to get up and go to work earlier than I had to wake up and go to work. So he got a big kick out of calling me real early in the morning every day. But I loved it because he was so damn happy. I could hear his smile on the other end of the phone. And I picked it up every time. I'd be sleeping every time, but I'd pick it up every time. I just miss him being happy and healthy and here. Once in a while when I'm driving home from work, I'll throw on his messages.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Just listen to his voice.
I'm happy you exist, because I wouldn't exist without you.
It's good to hear his voice. When Jacob passed, Evolve was very hands-on. They were with us every step of the way. Everybody, I mean, his friends, the residents over there, even the owner was involved, and I couldn't be more grateful for all of them. Anything that had to do with helping Jacob, they were involved with. When he was missing, they were helping look, They were calling him. They were doing everything that I was doing. It just reinforced how genuine that place was to help him, how good of people they were, that they were on my side, so to speak. It wasn't like, oh, that's your problem now. They were going to dedicate a scholarship bed dedicated in Jacob's name. It was just an incredibly kind thing to do on just so many different levels, not only for Jacob and his memory, but just the purpose of what that bed stands for, that it's open to anyone in need that wants to get help. Being able to get into Jacob's bed, the sponsorship bed, the residents will write me a letter. But the thing that that means the most in those letters is the tone of hope. I can see it. I can feel it in their letter. I can feel it coming through the letter. And it's the hope that Jacob had at one time. It's just that opportunity for someone else to have another chance at life and being successful and being happy and healthy. It represents hope, is what that bed does. It represents hope.
Tell you what, man, God is good. Doing a lot of reflecting the past 11 months and what my life's become and what it continues to become. And all I can say, man, is I'm just extremely, extremely blessed. 11 months ago today, I was sleeping behind my middle school. Just completely broken, nothing but a bag and my guitar. And today, man, I don't have everything at all. I'm nowhere close to where I want to be, but I'm a lot farther from where I was. And I'm just extremely grateful. I have my family back in my life. I have a wonderful girlfriend. I have a great support network in Evolve Life Centers. Sarah Burden, Tom Nider, Chris Peterson. I mean, all these people just picked me up when I was down, and man, that's what this is about. It's about helping your brother. I mean, I've seen too many people go. I've almost been one of them. The attitude of gratitude, man, I'm not there today. 11 months clean and sober. Keep rocking, baby. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for all the love and the prayers and everybody that carried me through.